Hey there, I'm Shauna. I'm from the Yoga Center Winnipeg, and this is Yoga Snacks, episode 7. Today we're going to do some relaxing. So we're actually going to spend most of the class lying down on the floor. I've got with me a couple of towels, a couple of pillows, a yoga block, which could be a book too, if you don't have something like that, and a tie. I'm not sure we'll use all of that, but for sure a couple of towels, a couple of pillows would be great. And then let's just take a few moments to center and breathe. So just line your shoulders over your hips, line your head over your shoulders, allow your eyes to close, and start to first notice your physical body, the feet, legs, hips, torso, head. And then start to feel your breath come and go. And then also notice the sensations. So the sensations obviously are part of the physical body, but they're a little bit more fine-tuned. So you might notice tingling or heat, itchiness, tension. And there's no right or wrong to what you notice, but just become aware of these things. Also noticing your breathing and your general posture. And then bringing your attention to the center of the chest, what we call the heart space. And feel there, almost like you're breathing in and out through the heart space. And then becoming aware of not just sensations, but feelings and thoughts. And as we go through this more quiet practice, just notice those changing sensations, changing thoughts, feelings, breath, all of it. Not judging any of it, but just watching it kind of like you're watching a movie. A little bit of curiosity and a whole lot of kindness. Also, as we sit, take a moment to think of an intention for yourself. It could be a word like kindness or curiosity. Some word or intention that you come back to throughout the practice. And then take a deep inhale. Sigh the breath out the mouth. And open your eyes. Okay, so we're going to lie down. I've got a yoga mat here, but you could lay down on a towel or a blanket, just something to, or straight on the floor if it's your floor. And the first thing we're going to do is lie with a blanket or folded towel underneath the head. We often do this, have the knees bent, actually. It often helps to gather all your stuff before you start. So I've got a couple of pillows here, an extra long pillow, all sorts of goodies. So first things first, I'm going to lie down on my back, knees bent, and the feet on the floor, and my hands on my belly. With my hands on my belly, I can just watch the breath come and go. And we're just going to stay for a couple of minutes. But this simple place, resting place, is a place you could stay for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, It's a really nice practice to do if you're outside, but it works just as well inside. Just let your back body rest to the ground, to the earth, even if your earth is a concrete floor. The next place we're going to go to is to bring the feet open, feet together, knees open. And when you do this, sometimes gravity takes care of it and our stiffness, the body just only opens so far. But sometimes it's helpful to have the pillows. So just going to roll to my side. I've got pillows here. I'm going to fold them up, one for each leg, support the legs, and then I carefully lower down onto the back. Oh, and it's very comfortable. And this is a variation of the pose we just did. We call it Supta Baddha Konasana. Sometimes it's done with supports under the back, but this is a great one, especially if you have a little bit of back pain. And simply rest here. Feel your breath. Feel the shape of the body. And also the little sensations. Noticing thoughts and feelings. Okay, and then we're going to change this pose. Again, this is a pose you could stay for a really long time if you were comfortable, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. But this is only a half-hour show, so we're not going to stay too long. Lift your right knee and bring your right knee over to your left, and then shift yourself so you're lying onto your left. You may need to prop up your support under your head, so fold your blanket or your pillow. And then for now, just lie on your side. Feels a little bit like bedtime. And that's the whole point. Nothing to do. Just feel, notice. And whenever the opportunity arises that you relax a little bit, that you let go of something that you're holding, whether it's something physical or a thought that keeps popping up. Take that opportunity. Okay, so then now we're going to take the hands just in front, kind of make like you're clapping. And then take your right arm, that's the top arm, and start to trace it along the floor. Maybe if you've got some shoulder restrictions, it's not going to be close to the floor. That's okay. Just go kind of like slow motion and make a circle till you slowly take your right arm over to the right side. Adjust your support under your head, and then you're lying in a bendy twist. Right shoulder is down, so that may mean that you need a little more propping under your knees or even a pillow between the knees. And then rest like this. If it's comfortable to turn your head, turn your head. And really there's no effort needed. Just feeling your breath. Feeling the sensations of the body. Noticing the different thoughts that come and go. Or feelings. And as the famous expression is, not getting stuck on them, but thinking of them like clouds in the sky or like you're watching a movie. Okay, and then to come out of this, we're going to bring the right knee and lift it up. Adjust your hips so you could have the two knees open. Pillow under your right leg over. This pillow along to the side, or if you think you need support for your shoulder, you can keep it there. And we're going to roll over and lie on the right side. And just resting here for a little bit. Okay, and then you can straighten your arms and start to take your top arm, makes a little circle, slowly circling overhead. Use your exhale breath to help. The exhale is the more relaxing breath. Stop when you need to. If your arm is in the air, you can either put a little more under your right knee or you could tuck a pillow under your left shoulder. And then just rest here. Head looking wherever it's comfortable, arms open. Breathing in and out. And again, just notice. You don't have to do anything. Just open your awareness. What do you feel? What do you sense? Okay, and then from here to come out, we're going to do something a little different than last time. You sweep that left arm back overhead so you're lying onto your right side, and then use the strength and support of your hands to lift yourself up to a sitting position. Okay, now we're going to do a pose that's one of my favorites. It's called Mountain Brook. This one has a little bit more complicated props, but really you can make it work however you like. So I've got my towel or blanket and I'm going to fold it in half so that it gives me a nice support for the chest. For me, actually, I'm going to fold it one more time so it's a little bit thinner. And then I'm going to take my other towel or blanket and roll it up so it gives me a nice support for my neck. It's usually nice if this is neat, but we'll do the best we can here. So, blanket for my back, blanket for my neck. I'm going to keep a pillow handy for my head in case I need it. And then I've got this fancy long, beautiful Shaw pillow here that's extra special. That's going to go under my knees. If we're doing this at home, or any kind of couch pillow will do too. So I'm going to lie back, have this support under my knees. Oh, the blanket under my upper chest. So I do a lot of yoga, so this lift isn't too high for me. You might need something a little lower. And then a nice roll under the neck so that the neck feels comfortable and happy, and knees are supported on that pillow, and absolutely totally relax. So the reason it's called Mountain Brook is there's these gentle openings, just like a little stream. And then as you lie here, close your eyes, allow the body to rest. Absolutely nothing to do. Body at rest. Invite your mind to be at rest. But let your awareness be wide open. aware of your physical body and its sensations, aware of the breath, thoughts or feelings. Not judging anything, just noticing, just allowing. And again, this is a pose that you might want to stay in for a long time. We're going to stay here for a few more breaths. And then to come out, you would bend your knees, place your feet on the floor. Rest for a moment. And then roll over onto your side. Use the strength of your arms to lift yourself up. And then turn around. So this time I'm going to bring my chair in to help me. And I'll put my chair in front like this. And I'm going to sit up onto something. So this folded up towel is handy, so that's what I'm. For me, if that, well, let's try something different. So one leg could be straight and one leg could be bent. And then I'll use a pillow to support the bent leg. I've got my hands on the chair sitting up. This is great place to stay and to start. But if it feels okay, you can fold forward and rest your head onto the chair. It's really nice to allow the arms to rest here because that creates a nice wide open upper back, which allows the breath to flow freely. And just simply be here. If that's not enough support for you, take all your stuff and start stacking it up until you have enough support. Once again, just being here, just resting. Nothing to do, just opening your awareness. And then slowly inhale and come up. Straightening out the right leg and bending the left leg, bringing the foot maybe into the knee or somewhere close. Tuck your pillow or blankets up. Straighten out both legs. And then let's just move the chair for now. This one is a nice chest opener. So we're going to do, sometimes if you were at the yoga studio, we would do this using a bolster. But you can do it with a nicely folded towel. And so what I would say is the more comfortable you are with letting your head drop back and your chest open, the higher support you can. But it can be just gentle like this. So some people might want to try this with 2 blankets, but I'm going to show it with 1 and a blanket for my feet. So this here is for my feet. It's maybe just a little bit higher. I'm going to sit on this blanket about halfway so that when I lie back, my shoulder blades are just, bottom of my shoulder blades are just touching the edge of that little blanket. And so there's just a very tiny lift to the chest. It's a heart opening pose. And my head's just a little bit lower than the rest of my body. And if that gives you dizziness, then I would say don't do it or go a little lower. But otherwise, this is a great pose for the circulation. So legs are straight, shoulders just slightly lower than the rest of you, head, shoulders same height. And the feet are together like Tadasana. And just take a few breaths here. If it's at all painful in your lower back, knees can bend and they can rest into one another. Otherwise, keeping the legs straight, the palms open. And even though it's just a tiny support, it can be quite powerful. It can be quite transformative to your breath, quite beneficial for your circulation. And a super opportunity to relax. Okay, to come out of this one, you can bend your knees one by one. Let your knees drop over to the side, rest onto your side. And then inhale and sit all the way up. Okay, so we can use this very same lift for a chest and just move this over to the head and make it just a little bit higher. And so we've got a lift for your rib cage, lift for your head, and so head's tilting towards the chest, legs are rolling open, and this is right just past my pelvis, so I'm getting a little bit of a lift into the upper back. It should feel super relaxing, a little bit chest opening, nothing to do here. Feel your breath. Allowing these gentle supports of blankets or towels or pillows to open the heart. And again, this is a pose that you could stay a long time in. In fact, this is a great pose if you're at all congested to do in bed. You just prop your pillows up where the one blanket is and one under the head. That really helps to keep everything draining down. But we're going to come up now. So bend your knees, roll over onto your side. Slowly sit up. And then this one last pose is how we're going to do our Shavasana. And it's called chair Shavasana. And this chair, I'm going to put it sideways. I'm going to keep a blanket for my head, a pillow for my head, and move closer to the chair. Put the legs, my legs resting on the chair so my back rests comfortably onto the floor. Nice support for the head, and come to rest. So chair Shavasana it's called, and it's an excellent pose for back pain, excellent pose for general relaxation. Nothing to do. Just let your attention stay on your breath, on your body, giving yourself permission to rest completely. This is our last pose for today. Again, as always, you can stay in this pose. Or you can prepare to come out. Draw your knees in. Rolling over onto your side. Lifting yourself up. When you're ready, and we'll just take our time to close, either if you're up, joining your palms, or opening your arms in an embrace. Just an embrace to share your energy with the other beings who you share this practice with, also recognizing your connection to everything. Thanks for joining in. Namaste. Have a great day. Thank you so much.